Hello everyone and welcome back. We have a very special video for you today. Today we are going to go over how to use TradingView. I'm going to go over the various tools, indicators, and tricks for using TradingView because I know it can be a little daunting for newcomers and we're trying to make it as easy as possible. If you like what you see here, please like and subscribe, and with that, let's dive in. First thing you're going to do is Google TradingView and it will take you to this front page here. Now, looking at this, immediately you do not see the chart. You see a bunch of editors picks. So these are like blogs that break down various assets and indexes and cryptocurrencies, etc. So you can feel free to read through those if you want. And then it has the general how the market did today, 1 year, 5 years, etc. Now to go to the chart, you just go here and click on the chart, and it will then take you to whatever asset, stock, cryptocurrency you were last on. Now, before we get into that, there is a free plan. With the free plan, you get 3 indicators. It lists the various features for what you have. There are ads on the free feature, so you'll get a small ads at the bottom of the screen during your charts. They'll pop up randomly. It can be a little annoying, but when I had the free service when I first started out, it wasn't too bad. Now the Pro plan, which is the first plan that costs money, you can get it. This comes out to about almost $13 a month, but they have deals on holidays, like 4th of July deals, Black Friday deals, and a couple other holidays that you can get it for $9. I waited, what holiday was it? I bought this on like a Labor Day or something like that, Memorial Day maybe. They had a sale for each month was $9. Then I bought some more on Black Friday that was also $9. So you can get it at a cheaper price. If you are cheap like me, you can just wait until you see a sale and use the basic free plan until then. Now, first thing you do, you'll see on the right hand corner here is various stocks and cryptocurrency. To add your favorite stocks or crypto, you just go to this little plus sign here at the top, add, and for example, type in any. You already see popular options, but you just type in any stock that you're interested in. For example, let's do Amazon. It will pop up at the bottom of the list, and then you'll see the candlesticks and various indicators that you have. Now let's look at the upper toolkit here. First thing is you have your time scales or time charts. I usually use the 2-hour to day charts. I do use the weekly to see the overall trend, to see what's happening, because you do want to look at long-term trends and not just the 1 or 2 hours. We want to look at the overall trends, but this is how you do it. If you want to add a custom time, just go to here, the bottom right here. Say you want 5-hour candlestick and click hours and then add, and then it will pop up right there. Now we can see what the 5-hour candlestick is, and you can do this for days and minutes, etc. Now to get the candlesticks in the first place, you will click here, the bars, there's regular candles, and I generally use the Heikin-Ashi because I want to see what the trend is. You can use, of course, anything that works for you. You can use, a lot of people use hollow candles, a lot of people use bars. So go off of what makes you money, what makes you consistent. Now to add an indicator, you go up here, click on the indicator tab, and then you can type in what indicator you're interested in using. So RSI, then you click on it and then it will appear. Or let's say the MACD, click on the built-ins. Now, of course, there's built-ins and public. So there are people who customize various MACDs and various other indicators. And I do use a couple custom ones. I use custom RSI and MACD. However, make sure that the general calculations aren't different from the built-ins. Everyone, for the most part, uses the same MACD settings. You don't necessarily want to be different from other people because everyone's trading based off the general MACDs and RSIs, etc. Now, of course, you can change the colors and whatnot, which we'll get into here in a little bit. So you pick your indicator and they'll pop up here. They'll either pop up on the chart. For example, I have a Bollinger Bands, which will pop up in the chart, or there'll be a separate area, such as my MACD and RSI. Now to move them, you can click these little arrows here at the bottom, and it will switch places with them. And then you can click this to delete the pane and it will go up there. I don't want to do that right now. Now going to the indicators, you can click on the hide, so I can hide it if I don't want to see it, and then click the eyeball again for it to reappear. Then there's settings. You can change the various colors. Like I said earlier, I would not change the inputs because you want it to be the same as everyone else, but you can change the style, you can change the colors, whatever colors you like. That doesn't matter. Now the SMA is one of the ones I use. This is one exception that I do change. So based off how aggressive you want, because remember, when a candlestick breaks through the SMA, that's a sign, one of the various signs of that it is a buy signal. Not the only sign, but it's one of the signs. And I do change the input here. You can change it to 6, 7, 8, 9. Some people use 9, some people use 6. It depends on how aggressive you want to be. The shorter the length, the more aggressive it is. Now let's move on to the left toolkit, which you see right here. You have the brush tool. You can change the color if you want. That pops up usually at the top around here. You can change the color if you want. The thickness of it, you want to be dashed, it can be. There's a lot of options. You can make it an arrow as well. And this is what I use in a lot of the videos to draw attention to various areas. Like, oh, there's uptrend here, uptrend here. Just use the garbage can to delete them. You have other things like highlighters, etc. You can also add text if you want. You can change the font size. You can make it bigger, smaller, change the color. You can do a lot with this. This is like taking notes, so if you wanted to publish something, you can write various texts on the chart. Now moving on to one important thing, you have trend lines. So this, for example, you can draw a trend right here, like that. Ooh, there was a little bit of a ascending triangle here, and same thing, the garbage can if you want to delete it. I use the horizontal ray for lines of support and resistance, like you have one here. So let's say the resistance starts here. There you go, you add that. And of course, again, you can change the color if you want to whatever you desire. There's so many options. I'm just showing you what I generally use and what you generally see in the videos. Now, one big tool I use is this ruler here. I click that, and this just shows you how much something went up or down. So for example, we got a buy signal right here on Ethereum. And then this shows you how much it went up percentage-wise, dollar-wise, and how long it took, and how many bars there are, depending on what you choose for your time chart. Now backing up a little bit, we're going to go on to the right-hand side again, where the list is, our watch list. And right here, this alarm clock is alerts. You can click that and add an alert. And you can customize the alert if you want a candlestick crossing or crossing up or down. Let's just go with crossing now, and what the value amount is, and an expiration date as well. So when do you want this alert to expire or delete itself? And then of course, here's an important one: notify on app, show pop-up people, or send an email, depending on what you want, play a sound, etc. You can do a lot of customization, and you can name the alert like, oh, buy signal for ARK investment or Bitcoin or whatever it is, and then create. So let's go ahead and do that. Then it shows up as this orange line, and you can click and drag the alert too, and you can also just delete it if you want to get rid of it. Now you can right click if you have that option and add alert as well, and that's another way to add an alert, just by right clicking add alert, and this will pop up and you can customize it and then create again. To get out of the alert, just click on this top right with the watch list, and we are back at our watch list. For those who want to use just a free version for now, I have a couple of important tips to add. One thing to know is volume is an indicator, but for whatever reason, it's a free indicator. So let's actually search for volume. You just type in VOL, volume, it'll pop up. You can click on it, and it'll show up right here. And that actually doesn't count against your free 3 indicators. So really, you kind of get 4 if you choose volume. Heikin-Ashi candlesticks are also free, they don't count. And none of the candlesticks count as indicators. And Heikin-Ashi is great because it shows you what the trend is looking like. So you basically get kind of sort of 2 free indicators, a little bit more so the volume, but you can use the Heikin-Ashi to see where the trends are going. I know some indicators, like the parabolic one shows with the dots, shows where the trend's going, but I much prefer the Heikinashi, but that's a personal preference. Now, if it were me, because I have the paid version, so I get 5 indicators, but if it were me, I'd probably definitely have to pick the SMA, this purple line right here, because that's one of the main buying indicators that we use. Definitely MACD. MACD is important, so that's 2. So either the RSI or the Bollinger Bands indicator would be my third option if it were me. Now, you don't have to use the exact indicators I use. You just use what gives you consistent gains, but I'm just telling you what I would use if I did not have the paid version. Now, I can make 5 videos on how to use TradingView because there is much more than what I described in this video. However, I believe watching this video will give you a good start on how to use TradingView, and then you hopefully will pick it up from there. I'll probably make at some point in the future another video that goes more in depth about TradingView. I hope this video gets you off the ground running, and I hope it's a good start on how to use TradingView because this is a really good tool and has helped me tremendously in my trading and has made things so much easier using this. That about wraps up this video. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video to help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and until next time.